Hey guys, my name's Steph. I talk about my life with bipolar disorder type 1 with psychotic features and mixed episodes. So if you've been watching my channel, you know that my dog died in a brutal way in front of my eyes. I admitted myself I went to the emergency room and was admitted on my own record. I went to the emergency room, which is the first time ever, and I was put on a 72-hour mandatory hold. That's the first time I've ever admitted myself. I've been hospitalized probably 10 or 12 times in mental hospitals, and always against my will. And the mandatory 72-hour hold, I could not have left. They actually kept me 4 days, and the food sucked. It was near impossible to get a vegan meal. I adhere to a vegan philosophy and stay away from all animal products. So for whatever reason in a hospital, it was really hard to get a vegan meal. So that was frustrating. So I couldn't have the food I wanted to eat. I couldn't have the clothes I wanted to eat. I couldn't get good sleep. I was sleeping on a jail mattress, which if you've ever been to jail, it's like a 4-inch pad. And then you put like sheets over it, and they were jail blankets because they don't want you trying to kill yourself with your blanket. Of course, you don't get any razors or anything like that, so you can't shave your legs or whatever you want to shave. They have special pens that are bendable. I'll show you one. This is the kind of pen you get, so like you can't like poke yourself with it. So yeah. So I'm going to outpatient now. I started outpatient. It's no fun. I've been at outpatient, I think last year or the year before, for about 4 months. And this time I really don't want to be there that long. I'm so burnt out on counseling. I'm so burnt out on group counseling. But I wanted to share with you, in case you can relate to this experience. As people with bipolar disorder who've experienced mania and psychosis and hypomania, a lot of us have trouble determining what happiness is. Sometimes we'll spend months, even years, in a severe depression, being suicidal, and then all of a sudden get hypomanic, and that feels like a good time, but it's not until like you realize like it's not you, because it's not. And then if you go into full-blown psychosis, then that's a whole nother ballgame because you're completely detached from reality. But somebody in group yesterday said, because a lot of people don't think their medication is working. Mine is working until I started hearing voices. Lamictal is for the euthymic state where you're not having symptoms of psychosis or mania. It's just meant to monitor your mood. So I don't have as many angry outbursts as I was prior to being on 400 milligrams of Lamictal. But my psychiatrist added Geodon, which is an antipsychotic, because I was hearing voices in the hospital. And for me, hearing voices is like all the background noise is amplified. And then I start getting paranoid, and I think that people are talking about me or reading my thoughts, and I can read their thoughts. And it's just, it's really scary. And so when I got out of the hospital and I saw my doctor, I told her this. And so she prescribed Geodon. So yesterday I go to group, and group is kind of difficult because this girl said this thing that just like, I could relate so much. And it was so sad because she's like, she says, because we have process group. The first group is process group, where we talk about whatever's on our mind, what's hurting us. And so when she was talking on her turn, she said, sometimes I feel like my medication is working and sometimes I don't, because I get really mean and angry to people. And she said, and then sometimes I feel like I'm happy, but I know it's not real. And I was like, God, that's like so sad, because it's so relatable. Like, when we're bipolar, we sometimes don't know the difference between happy and manic or happy and hypomanic. And because we spend so much time in depression, that and also, like me, when my creativity starts to go up, that can be an indication of hypomania. And the length of time that I'm in hypomania before I go into psychosis is so short that I have to intervene. Somebody has to intervene as soon as possible, because once I'm in psychosis, my delusions take over and I don't know I'm sick. It's a symptom called anosognosia, and it means that you are completely unaware that you are sick. So I have to be really careful. So yesterday I was in group and I was feeling sorry for myself. Not really feeling sorry for myself, just mad. Didn't want to be in group anymore. Was mad about some of the things that they were talking about. For example, this, what did they give me? Some list of, so there's like process group, and then there's a group where, I don't know where I put it, but they were describing bipolar disorder and bipolar disorder symptoms, and they say may participate in reckless behavior. And so I got really upset, because I'm like, okay, because they list under reckless behavior, oh, my hands are so veiny. They list under sorry for that moment of insecurity. They list under the symptoms, may participate in reckless behavior, such as shopping, gambling, having unprotected sex. But it doesn't say driving 100 miles per hour on the freeway, thinking that someone's trying to kill you and kicking them in the face. Like, they don't say bipolar disorder is deadly if left untreated. And I feel like if doctors and nurses told their patients that, there would be such better med compliance, because of our non-compliance with medication, because we don't know we're sick. It's not because we like the way we feel when we're hypomanic. It's not at all. And I'll read you in a different video some comments on Reddit where I literally asked the bipolar group, do you guys enjoy hypomania? And no one said yes, except for maybe one person who I believe was a troll. So I lost my train of thought again. Side note, my memory is really fuzzy because of how many psychotic episodes I've had. But yeah, so the girl said that in group, and I felt really, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, the reason why we die so much younger, like 8 to 12 years less than the average person, is because of suicide and non-med compliance. A lot of people don't like the way the medication makes them feel. Some people experience side effects to where this one woman said she had gained so much weight, she was at like 270 pounds, and her doctor was refusing to change her medication. So she finally got a different doctor that she could see. So there was that. Sometimes we have side effects that cause us diabetes. The medication that was added for me, Geodon, can cause tardive dyskinesia, which is where the muscles, your muscles in your body experience paralysis or twitch. And it's not reversible unless it's caught very, very early. And in that case, it's sometimes not reversible. So that's pretty scary. But what option do I have? You know, like, risk losing my mind and ending up underneath a car like I did last time, or being homeless? Like, I really don't have an option. So yesterday when I got home from group, I I was already like, it's just a bad day. And some lady on the freeway literally went like road rage on me. And I don't know if I didn't see her and she tried to get in the lane or whatever, but she drove past me and got in front of me and then slammed on her brakes, and like she's just driving crazy dangerous. And then she started swerving through lanes, so I figured it's obviously not me, but what does it matter anyway? And so the lady, that was irritating. And so then I get home and my new medication is on the counter, and because I got the medication out of the mailbox and it's on the counter. I open it up and I like see the 2 bottles and I'm like, I can't even handle a tragedy in my life without having to add medication or adjust medication or admit myself to the hospital. Like, and it sucks. It makes me feel like less of a human being. And you know, I already have a family who doesn't like me at all. They may love me, but they do not like me. They don't understand mental illness. And so sometimes I try so hard not to feel sorry for myself, and I don't majority of the time. I just try to do as much as I can to counteract the illness, like, you know, be creative or, you know, help somebody or anything that I can do, volunteer at the shelter, like anything that I can do to keep myself going and not think about the fact that I feel like less of a human sometimes. But yeah, and then so I took my medication, the new medication last night. Hopefully it's okay. It's not going to be long term. Hopefully I can go off of it soon. But yeah, if you can relate, leave a comment. Let me know. I would never stop taking my medication, seeing as how I spent majority of my life off medication, and it was so damaging to me. If you want to know what that was like, you can look at my videos about what my 4 psychotic episodes looked like. But yeah, sorry for such a downer video, but this is this is what happens, what we have to deal with, and this is like the truth. So hopefully it helps you understand. Hopefully you feel less alone. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.